Hi there, beautiful soul. Greta Robertson here. I am a coach and a wellness consultant, and I've also written a book, You're the Miracle, How Being Hit by a Truck Saved My Life. That's my story about how I did get hit by a truck in 2006, and I made a miraculous recovery. And I'm passionate about helping men and women to transform their lives and to have miracle breakthroughs in their health and wealth and personal relationships as well. So tonight, I want to spend some time with you that's going to help you to stay open and relaxed and maybe even expanded, like when we expand, that's our natural state, to be open and expanded while the world around us is going through a big contraction. Because have you noticed how the pressure seems to be gradually building up, things are getting more intense. Every family often has divided opinions. There's a lot of stress, people's stress levels are going through the roof, there's a lot of insecurity, and we can just call that contraction, right? So the world is going like, and it's just grinding to a halt in many instances. And what our nervous system does, it follows suit. So if we're not careful, our nervous system also goes like, right? And we become smaller in ourselves, and we become all tense, and we don't make good choices. And this actually saying that where your attention goes, energy flows, right? So tonight I want to offer you something that's very, very simple to do, and that's going to bring some light into your soul. Everyone can do it, and it's going to potentially transform your life and help to transform the world as well. So before I share with you what it's about, I want to also tell you the story of this Indian grandfather who was talking to his grandson actually, about life. And he said to the grandson, I have these two animals inside me, like two wolves actually. One is angry and vicious and cruel and corrupt and tells lies and greedy and unkind and full of regrets and full of doubts and full of sorrow and so on. And the other wolf is kind and loving and truthful and honest and brave and compassionate and so on. And he said to the grandson, you have those two wolves too, and so does everyone in the world. And so the little grandson said, well, Grandpa, who's going to win? And Grandpa said, the wolf that you feed will win. So the wolf that you pay attention to grows stronger every day. So we are very, very empowered to choose our thoughts, our emotions, to do the inward work, to notice where our attention goes. So not to let our attention go to the wrong wolf, right? Because it's so easy to do, and before we know it, we've developed a groove and we're always going in the same direction. And so I even catch myself doing that sometimes when I hear stories or I get engrossed in other people's pain and sorrow and so on. And so here is a really, really good practice that gets you out of it. And I've talked about this before. It's the practice of the Ho'oponopono. I'll just call it like that. That's not how I say it properly. It's a Hawaiian spiritual practice, and it's 4 sentences, and it goes like this: I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, right? I'll repeat it again, and I'll put it in the link as well, like I put it in the story that goes with it. So this is a really, really fascinating story, because back a few decades ago, Dr. Len, it's based on a psychiatrist called Dr. Len, who was also a Hawaiian, something or other, wise man, whatever you call it, shaman. He was assigned to work in a psychiatric facility that was attached to a prison, and some of the inmates or patients were so dangerous that they were literally shackled. It was a terrible place to work. The staff didn't last long, so it had a high turnover. People in there didn't really have a chance of ever coming out, and it was just the worst place in the world. And so Dr. Len, he arrived there and he locked himself in his office. He literally never had contact with the inmates or the patients. What he would do is he would take out the client history form or the patient's history, and then he would just like read that and feel connected to, say his name is John, I'll just make it up, Johnny, and he would just say this mantra all day long, like, I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And so Dr. Len realized that he is connected to these people, and because they're in my life, I'm responsible for what they're going through. And that simple mantra of those 4 sentences is incredibly powerful. It has the power to heal even the sickest, craziest, malicious, whatever, corrupt wolf, right? I'll just call it wolf. So you might have people in your life that trigger you right now, or maybe they've caused you pain, or you feel conflicted about them. So you can bring that person to mind and then close your eyes and really connect to the pain in your own body. Just feel your own pain and then keep saying this: I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And so what happened, the miracle is, after not too long, by the way, it was a relatively short time, the people that were shackled, they were able to walk around because they were safe. And people that gradually, by the way, the whole facility emptied. I don't know, they might have even had to close it because everyone recovered. Dr. Len kept working till everyone was fully recovered. And it's just an incredible story, right? And I think it's very timely for us to be reminded that there are tools and there are practices that are very simple to do. You don't even have to believe in it, right? You don't have to be a guru or a psychiatrist. This is something you can do today in your own house, in your own bedroom, in your own bed, in your kitchen, when you're cooking. You can do it for your children, you can do it for your neighbor, but especially you can do it for yourself. And so tonight I want to make it a little bit different. So I'm going to show you a different meditation. If you like, you can just tune in and watch it with me, what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get you to close your eyes. You can do this with me now. And we're just going to connect the different parts of us, the different selves. So you might be conscious when you close your eyes that you have an ego self, right? So the ego is what's awake during the day and the ego goes to sleep at night. So that's an easy way to know. There is that part that takes care of you during the day, or it tries to anyway. And then you have your unconscious mind, that's connected to your soul, right? So your unconscious mind, which is your body, it's your immune system, it's connected to, it's very, very wise, it's infinitely powerful. So sometimes this is what I do to myself. I don't like feeling divided in myself, and it happens a lot, by the way. I'm conscious that I have many parts to me, like lots of little gradas running around inside my body a lot of the time, creating pain and conflict and division, and they're asking for attention and they jump out at me different times. And I've done a lot of work. Peter can vouch for that I'm pretty much always doing my inner work day and night. I've been doing that for decades now. So there's always more room for bigger capacity of peacefulness in your body and being more at home in your body, having more harmony. So let's just close our eyes and take you through a quick drop in and check in to your body first. So all change that you want to see in the world needs to start with yourself. And just go in that beautiful space behind your eyes. There's a beautiful empty, quiet space towards the back of your skull. It usually feels sort of pretty empty there, like it's very still. You feel yourself being pulled sucked into the back of your head to a still point. And that is often where the witness lives, or the observer. It's the part of you that notices, oh, I feel something, or that notices I have a thought, right? Humans have the ability to notice what they notice. So just feel into the back of your head and see if you can connect with it. All right, so now we're going to give that witness or the observer a voice, and it's going to say to the little you, like the ego mind, the small self, the small grada, it's going to say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Just take a deep breath in and just see how your ego mind reacts to that, like the little self, the busy person that's just always busy all day long, the reactive self. So I'm going to say that again. So it's the observer or the witness. So that's the part of you that's always like living and doesn't go up and down. It's just always operating at the same level, observing things. And it's telling the little person, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I really feel the energy of reaching out. It's like that big you, the infinite you, the immortal self, talking to the little you with compassion. And just notice if it's allowing some opening and spaciousness inside your body, just a little bit more room. And we can say it again, like 3 is a good number. Often the body likes to hear things in 3. So like the witness is saying to the little self, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Take a deep breath in and drop all the way down into your toes. Now, perhaps you may notice the ego mind might be, dumbstruck, or maybe doesn't know what it's doing. I actually feel like a funny feeling in my heart. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to ask the little self, I'm going to give that a voice, and it's going to say to the observer or the witness, which is the timeless part of you, the immortal self, it's going to say the same back in return. So this is the busy grada, right? The ego mind is saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you too, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And actually I notice it's talking faster, because it's always like going in top speed, right? Like bzzz, busy bee, getting things done. So just allow the different parts of you to express this magical mantra that absolutely has the power to stop the hurt inside the body, create some spaciousness, because when you are caught up in pain and stress, or you're feeling triggered, right? And we're all getting triggered. This is a way to allow the trigger to come up. It's like you're bringing a pocket of darkness, you could say, into the light, right? So it can be healed. So, and if Dr. Len could heal like criminally insane people who literally had to be shackled because they were a danger to themselves and others, if he could heal them by saying that mantra over and over again, you can heal yourself very quickly, and then of course you don't just have to do it between the two parts of you, but I do find it very, very healing, because the outside world is simply just a reflection of what's going on the inside, right? So and we're all connected anyway. So of course we're connectedness or connectivity, some people would say. So literally, if you feel powerless about what's going on at the moment and you want to speed up the transformation into a better, kinder, more compassionate world where people can tap into their inner wisdom and can come from a different place, a place of light, I'm going to encourage you to remember this mantra and just allow all the different factions, sorry, I can't say it properly, the different parts of your body, the different armies, the different political parties in your body, because we do have, you know, different opinions even about ourselves, and we have different parts of us. Just allow them to love each other. Just give them a voice and tell them, give them this mantra, and see how the other parts of your body react to that. So I find this really helpful. I sometimes forget about it for a while and then it suddenly springs back into mind. So it's also great for me to help me forgive myself when I've made a mistake. You know, sometimes I suddenly become conscious of some big mistakes I've made in the past, or failures or whatever mistakes I made with my children that I'm sorry about. They're not even conscious of it, and they say, oh mom, it doesn't matter, but it matters to me. So I heal myself by saying that mantra as well. So you can think of your own difficulties and your own conflicts that are going on, and you can create a real, like, what's the word I'm thinking of, a ceasefire, or but actually like now a real peace, I should say, not just a ceasefire, right? So a deeper level of peace, so that people literally drop their weapons and walk away. They're not interested in fighting anymore, fighting each other, and that's a beautiful space to be in your own body, right? So this is all about you not getting caught up into that contraction, and even if you do, that you can allow yourself to become more expanded again. So hope you enjoy this. I think I've talked for long enough. So the key is just put yourself into a bit of a meditative state, focus on the breath. Before you start, if you like, you can take 6 cleansing breaths, and then you say the mantra to yourself. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And yeah, play with it, see how you go. Just watch the changes unfold around you, and it's very, very exciting, and you're making the world a lot more light-filled. Thanks for watching, everyone. Great to see you here, Leanne. All the best on your travels. I've been thinking about you too, so maybe this can help you too, right? Because we're all going through lots of changes. Okie doke. And changes are painful a lot of the time. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next week. Have a really, really great week. Big love to you all. Bye-bye. Bye.